Welcome back to Sportsbook Review Videos. It is week number 7, and although the games are still a few days away, there are several injuries moving and keeping a lid on some of the NFL odds here for the 7th week of the NFL season. And we'll start it off with Tyrod Taylor of the Buffalo Bills, who will be in London this week to play the Jaguars. Early start here on the East Coast, definitely early on the West Coast as well. But in London this week, it is still unknown whether or not Tyrod Taylor is going to play. It seems to be rumblings like he could play. However, he did sit out last week with a sprained MCL, looking like it's probably going to be a multi-week injury for him. Be surprised if he plays here, but the Bills come in as a -4 favorite against the Jacksonville Jaguars here in London, despite the fact that it looks like after playing last week, Sammy Watkins injured his ankle and might not play as well. So I think that's a factor to keep both those guys factors to keep an eye on there for the Buffalo Bills. Next up is Marcus Mariota, rookie quarterback, obviously of the Tennessee Titans, who also sprained his MCL last week. From a low hit. Status unknown currently for this next week here, but interestingly enough, the Falcons are still only a 3.5-point favorite against the Tennessee Titans in Nashville this week. If Mariota plays, you have to think that actually might be a pretty good value, but the odds could shrink a little bit as well, I think, if we get word that Mariota could play, or at least rumblings here throughout the week that he might be able to go. Now, finally, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Pittsburgh Steelers are hooking up, and yet they do not have much of a line here out right now. A couple of shops have the Steelers as a -2 road favorite, but that's really only speculation at this point because we don't know who will be quarterbacking the Pittsburgh Steelers. It looks like Michael Vick will not be able to play, even if he had to, with a hamstring injury. And Ben Roethlisberger, we've heard that he might be able to come back this week, but we still haven't heard any confirmation. We probably won't hear it as well for at least the next couple of days until we get into the practice reports. That one definitely having a huge effect on the NFL odds. We'll keep an eye out on that one as well throughout the week. But furthermore here, there's a couple of other injuries here. There's some other skilled players. Emmanuel Sanders also a little banged up as well, but he has a bye week. Jeremy Maclin in that same game. As well, it looks like he's injured after sustaining a concussion, so keep an eye out on him. Both him and Roethlisberger, obviously, I think the two biggest movers here for these NFL odds. The reason we don't have them out for Kansas City, Pittsburgh. But that'll do it for me this time. Keep an eye out for all of our football coverage here throughout the week. But until then, for Sportsbook Review, I'm Jordan Sharp.